मुझे फिल्म बहुत पसंद आई. Hello, welcome back to James Ramen Reviews for yet another episode. In today's episode, I'm actually going to be reviewing for you Sikandar. And if you didn't know what I just said there, I actually said the Hindi translation for I like this film a lot. This film is really great. I just tried to find a couple translations just to spice this up because, my other Indian reviews, I didn't really speak a lot of Indian languages, and because it's my birthday today, and I just felt like let's have a bit of fun here. Let's pull out some beer because let's celebrate this movie. Because I really did enjoy this film, and if you don't know what Sikandar is, just to give you a bit of context, this is actually a Salman Khan, starring film, and he's done other movies like the Tiger series, like Tigers 1, 2, and 3, and Patan and stuff like that. And if you want me to review those films, I'll definitely try and get around to that because I want to dig deeper with this character, this actor, because I really did enjoy this movie. So before we get into how I feel about the film, what I would give it out of 10 and stuff like that, I'll just give you, kind of a rundown without spoiling what the film's about. So Sikandar is kind of like you got a 2 hour and 27 film, right? And I watched this the other day on Saturday on the opening night. And you've got this guy, he's trying to achieve this goal. But then there's people trying to stop him achieving this goal. And then obviously because it's an Indian film, there is this sense of romance, there's a sense of music, sense of action, sense of drama. So you've got all the stuff that you kind of expected in this movie, and I did watch the trailer before booking the tickets, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm absolutely going to watch this film opening night. So I went on the opening night, which was 8 p.m. Saturday, 29th of March, and it was an early birthday present for me because I had a blast with this movie. Let's just get to the basics here. Let's get to the obvious and saying that I think Salman Khan's performance in the film is absolutely great. He shows a lot of passion and he just feels like a guy that just really takes over the screen. And once he's on the screen, you can just not stop looking because he just brings so much gravitas and energy to the vibe of this movie. And just the musical choices in here. It doesn't have like seven dance numbers, but once you get to like the dance numbers and stuff like that, you do feel the excitement starting to happen. And I won't spoil what happens in this movie, obviously, but the songs they chose, they did show some. There was some. If you saw the trailer, they kind of hint at some of the songs, but they did a good job to not really show you a lot of the songs, which was good. Because one of the songs I actually listened to one of the songs before I watched the movie, which is never a good idea, I know. But I just thought, this could be fun to see what would happen if I listened to one of the songs before I saw the movie, and it had no actual bearing effect on the entire film, which was really good. And it is the main theme song for Sikandar, but it was really good that they never used that until, let's not really say when it happens, but when they use the other songs, yeah, very good. And I really did like the action scenes. There's a lot of build up, and it feels like that this movie has a high budget as well. You can feel like they put a lot of effort into this. It doesn't look cheap. It looks like there's actually some really good looking cinematography, and I really did like that. The comedy in this movie as well, I really had a good time with that. It was really funny. I felt like it was well balanced. Like once you got to moments of comedy and action and drama, it never felt like it was just overstepping itself and going crazy because it was going crazy, but it knew it had to slow down and go to the moments where they actually mattered, and absolutely that's what it went for. And so yeah, I think Salman Khan is just awesome in this movie. I also think everything. I just really enjoyed the film. You've got your intermission in here as well, where the people at the cinema, they pause this movie for you so you can go give yourself a break. I got nachos and another beer. I actually had a few beers. No, it was not a Moretti like I have right here, but it was a beer. It was San Miguel, and I just enjoyed that. And with an Indian movie, you want to have a beer because it feels like you're in a live party, having a blast with these people. And the crowd experience, let's be honest here, when you go and see an Indian movie with a crowd, it's an absolute blast. However, this screening alone, I was kind of surprised by the fact that the whole audience wasn't like, "Yo, it's Salaman Khan! It's Salaman Khan!" I remember when I seen Daku Maharaj, for example, everyone was like, "Yo, it's the man! It's our favorite actor! Let's go!" There was none of that, but there was people laughing, and I could feel like when I was turning my head around, could feel people actually having a good time with the movie. there was a few walkouts here where people were walking out of this movie, and most of the time, this is obviously most of them were Indian, people in the cinema. So there's a few people walking out, and it's like, okay, that I see. But some people do that, so there's all of that to be considered here. And what would I give Sikandar out of 10? So I would actually go on to say that this might be my favourite, Indian movie of 2025 so far. And I've only seen three this year. I saw, Daku Maharaj, and then, the David Boxer one. But I actually think this is my favourite one. It just did everything for me. It was a really enjoyable experience. And I just feel like these Indian movies get better the more you go to these open crowd events and you really see what it has to offer. So out of 10, the more that it has sat with me, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. And the reason why I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 is because I don't want to just go ahead and say that this is going to be the best Salman Khan experience yet, because I want to, give myself more to watch for Salman Khan and see what he did in the past to see if it can match up to what he did in this movie. Because this was one of my first exposures to this kind of this actor, so that's why I give it a high praise, and it just really, I really just appreciated the movie for what it was going for. So yeah, that's my review on Sikandar. So I guess you could call this a birthday special review. So yeah, there's definitely all of that. This won't be the only review we do tonight. So yeah, that's it, right? Peace out. See you for more reviews.